Hey, basketball fans, welcome back to Tips and Streams, your go-to spot for the hottest NBA regular season predictions. I'm Kokan, and I'm here to break down today's matchups and give you the edge you need to make the best bets. Before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Your support means the world to us. Remember, our channel has no sponsors and relies solely on the love and support of viewers like you. Even a small donation by pressing the thanks button under the video helps us keep bringing you top-notch content every day. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and fellow basketball enthusiasts. And we love hearing from you, so drop a comment below and let us know what you want to see in our forecasts. Your feedback helps us improve and bring you the content you crave. Let's jump right into today's NBA predictions. We've got some exciting games lined up, so stay tuned and let's get that winning streak going. Hi, Hoops fans. We've got 4 pretty interesting NBA matchups on the board today, and I'm fired up to break them all down. The first prediction today is for the match between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Cleveland Cavaliers. All right, let's dig into this clash between the Cavs and the Clips. First off, I gotta say the Cavs are starting to give off some funky vibes lately. Yeah, they still own that East Best 59-15 record, but dropping a game to the Pistons? That's a serious red flag, man. Only their 15th loss of the season, but it came at a weird time with the playoffs looming and Boston breathing down their necks. After holding that top spot all season, this ain't the time to start slipping. The Cavs just got beat down by these same Clippers less than 2 weeks ago, and it wasn't even close, 132-119 at the Intuit Dome. And it's not like the Clippers had everything going for them either. They actually started slow in that game, trailing after the first and second quarters. But once they settled in, it was all LA. Kawhi went full cyborg with 33 points on a super efficient 12 for 19 shooting clip. Zubats bullied his way to 28 points and 8 boards, while Harden, despite a cold shooting night, 5 for 18, still chipped in 22. Oh, and let's not forget Bogdan Bogdanovic, fresh off the trade, going perfect from the field for 20 off the bench. That's a deep bag. Now, Kawhi is out for this one, which does hurt, no question. But the Clips have shown they can win without him. They're sitting 42-31, just outside the play-in mess, and they've been heating up at just the right time. With Harden cooking, Zubats playing big, and Bogdan bringing that instant offense, they look like a team with serious bite. Meanwhile, the Cavs need to figure things out fast. Donovan Mitchell, who's been the guy all season, shot just 5 for 18 in that last game. Not what you want to see from your leader. Stress had a nice 24, but Garland and Mobley didn't move the needle enough. And to make things worse, the Cavs got crushed on the glass, 49-29, and didn't block a single shot. That's just not acceptable from a squad that usually eats in the paint. The Cavs are at home, where they've gone 3-2 against the Clips in the last 5, and yes, they've historically dominated this matchup. But form matters. Cleveland's looked shaky, and LA's locked in, even without Kawhi. The Clippers are in playoff mode already, and they've covered 7 of their last 10, while the Cavs have failed to cover in 7 of theirs. Give me the Clips with the points. I'm trusting the depth, the momentum, and the fact that they already smacked this team around recently. Leonard's out, but Harden and Bogdan got this. My final pick, Clippers to cover the +8 spread. Book it.
Welcome to BetUS, Sportsbook and Casino, your ultimate hub for secure and thrilling sports betting and casino gaming. BetUS is one of the oldest and most reliable online sportsbooks in the U.S., serving millions of clients all over the globe each month. BetUS, trusted for over 30 years, offers huge welcome bonuses, countless betting options, and many deposit and payout methods. Depositing funds is a breeze and safe, with a minimum deposit of just $10. Payouts are fast and hassle-free, beginning at only $50. Choose from various payout options like MoneyGram, couriered check, cryptocurrency, or bank wire. Signing up is quick and easy. For signing up, you can use the link in the description and enjoy a generous 125% welcome bonus of up to $3,000. By signing up using the link in the description, you'll also support us as we earn a small commission from your registration at BetUS. Thank you for supporting us. Join now and start winning.
The second prediction today is for the match between Atlanta Hawks and Milwaukee Bucks. This one's all about which team can stop the bleeding first. The Hawks are sitting in that 7th seed, probably headed toward a play-in showdown with Orlando, and they're trying to avoid slipping into a mess. They've dropped 2 in a row after a mini run, including a 122-112 loss to Miami. Still, they've been trending up overall, going 7-4 in their last 11, and that's not bad considering Capella and Nance Jr. have been out. This Atlanta team, as always, runs through Trae Young. Dude is putting in work, leading the league with 11.4 assists per game and still getting buckets. He's been their top scorer in 4 of the last 6 games, and as long as he's on the floor, the Hawks have a shot. Dyson Daniels has also turned some heads recently, crazy good hands, always around the ball. Shame about Jalen Johnson, though. They really could have used his presence as a second option. Milwaukee, on the other hand, is spiraling a bit. 3 straight L's, including a 116-107 drop to the Knicks, and they're missing Dame. No way around it. The Bucks just don't have enough firepower without him. Giannis is still a force, but he can't do it all. And let's be real, this version of the Bucks is starting to show some age. Lopez, Portis, those guys are no longer the every-night killers they used to be. They've been decent against Atlanta this season, sure, but that was with a healthy Dame. Giannis will still feast, especially with Capella out. He's been a monster in this matchup, and if he's locked in, a 30-point double-double feels automatic. Kyle Kuzma stepped up, and Ryan Rollins just had his best game of the year, but it's still shaky depth. Here's where I'm leaning. Bucks should win, especially since they're at home and desperate to stop the skid. Giannis is listed as probable, and that's enough for me. But instead of laying the 3 points on Milwaukee, I'm targeting Atlanta's team total. Why? Because the Bucks' backs are against the wall, and I expect them to lock in on defense. No day means the pace might slow a bit too. I'm grabbing me under 118.5 total points for the Hawks. I think Milwaukee clamps down, and Young doesn't get enough help. My final pick, Atlanta total under 118.5. Before we move on, I have a quick favor to ask. If you're enjoying the content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Subscribing might seem like a small action, but it actually makes a big impact for us. Plus, it's completely free for you. Have you clicked that subscribe button? Awesome, thank you so much for your support. Now let's dive back into the video. The third prediction today is for the game between the Detroit Pistons and the Minnesota Timberwolves. This one's shaping up like a heavyweight brawl in late March. The Pistons are riding high, winners of 3 straight, and they've turned their season around in a way nobody saw coming. Last year's 14-win embarrassment feels like a distant memory now. With Cade Cunningham cooking, this team's playing with swagger. He's putting up 25.7 a night with almost 10 dimes, and the Pistons are legit battling for home court in the first round. It's wild. They just smacked the Cavs, too. That 133-122 W wasn't a fluke, it was a statement. This team is fearless right now. Bickerstaff's done wonders with the group, and Duran's been eating on the glass. Detroit leads the lead in limiting opponents' boards, and they're top 10 in crashing their own glass. That kind of hustle is how you steal games. Now, they're going into Minnesota to face a Timberwolves squad that's also rolling. Ant-Man's been on fire, sitting in the top 5 in scoring at 27.2 per. They just crushed the Suns 124-109, and they're locked in a fight for that 6th seed in the West. But let's talk real. Ever since they traded KT, things haven't quite clicked the same. Randall and DiVincenzo haven't moved the needle. It's been all Edwards all day. But you gotta respect the Wolves' D, 5th best in the league in defensive rating, and Rudy Gobert is still holding it down in the paint. They've been money at home, too, 22-16 at the Target Center, and their pace lets them control games when they're clicking. Here's what I'm thinking. This one's gonna be physical, especially in the paint. Detroit's bread and butter is inside scoring, and they average over 53 per game there. But if Gobert is on his game, that might get cut off. Minnesota's offense is sharp right now, shooting almost 50% from the field and killing it from deep. They've averaged 121 plus over the last 10. Detroit's looked great, but I'm not overhyping them. They're not the Celtics. If the Wolves lock in defensively and Ant goes off again, this could get out of hand late. I like the fight the Pistons bring, but after 3 straight Ws, this might be where the gas runs out. I'm rolling with the Wolves at home to cover the minus 7-point spread. My final pick, Minnesota to win and cover. The fourth and final prediction today is for the game between the Houston Rockets and the Phoenix Suns. Now here's one I've been waiting on. The Rockets have been straight up ballin'. A 9-1 run over their last 10, and they're sitting second in the West with a 48-26 record. That's not a fluke. That's legit work on both ends of the court. Defense? Locked in. Hustle? Unmatched. And rebounding? Man, they're out-muscling teams night after night. Houston's fresh off a 121-110 dub over Utah, and they dominated the glass in that one, 58-40 boards, with a ridiculous 18-3 edge and offensive rebounds. That translated into a 30-8 margin in second chance points. That's where they kill you. Sengun's been that dude down low, giving them consistent post presence, and Jalen Green is bringing that punch on the perimeter. Even when Van Vliet's off, like his 1-4-10 Brickfest last time out, they find other guys to step up. Amen Thompson, Tari Eason, and Dylan Brooks. This crew is deep. On the flip side, the Suns are still searching. They had a nice little win streak, but then ran into Boston and Minnesota and got humbled real quick. Sitting at 35-39, they're 11th in the West and clinging to play-in hopes. KD and Booker are putting up numbers, but it doesn't feel like it's clicking. No Beal again tonight, and honestly, that big 3 thing just hasn't panned out. The Suns can score, no doubt, but their defense is shaky. They've given up 128 in back-to-back games, and now they're facing a Houston squad that's hungry and doesn't take possessions off. Phoenix also ranks 26th in offensive rebounding rate, which means they're not getting those extra looks Houston thrives on. KD's been hot, scoring 80 in his last 2 games, and Booker's still making plays, but I just can't trust them to outwork this Rockets team over 4 quarters. Mason Plumlee helps inside, but he's not stopping Sengun. And with Houston playing consistent ball home or away, they're looking locked in for that 2 seed. Rockets are 38-34-2 against the spread. The Suns are 29-40-4-1. That gap says plenty. I don't care that Eason is out and Shepard is questionable. This team is clicking, and they've got too much momentum to let a shaky Suns squad derail them. My final pick, give me Houston to win outright. This team is for real, and Phoenix just isn't in the same zone right now. These are my final picks for today's NBA action.